Welcome in. Timestamps are below if you want to skip to the timestamps of your pile or of the pile selection. I guess you can just go straight to your pile if you don't want to look at the selection and just choose from the numbers. That's cool. I want to do a collective. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that makes more sense because I was very unsure which cards to use for the pile selection. Either my big normal deck or my newfound I found them. Oh wait, I guess that is more normal. You can find decks, but this is I chopped them all. I didn't just find a chopped deck. Or that one. Or my other chopped deck. Vroom, vroom. So slippery. I feel like the collective is like partly for me just to like adjust to this energy. Whee! Feels very light. What if these are just the pile selection cards? This is the back of the deck, which is surprising. Yeah, it's like a zap of energy, which also feels like a contained fruit. It's like it's floating, but also very aware that it is floating, so it doesn't feel floating because it feels so intentional. I love it when I feel like things make sense for people that I'm like, what did that mean though? Okay, so we have the moon, a combined vision, and a telling story. Ooh. Is that in the center? Not really. Shall I just do this as the past selection? I might not do a collective. Ooh, but that is the collective. Okay, I love that message. That's very cool. I want to get runes for each too. Yeah, the collective energy is literally the collective of all three piles. That's what a collective should be. That's not the pile zeros that I usually do. I mean, it is, but not with intention. Like, seems to be very apparent here. Parenting? That could be to do with shared vision for sure. And this is moon energy, motherly, and this feels quite it always looks blue, dark blue to me, which feels quite masculine, fatherly. Ooh, why this way? So pile 1 has Issa. Pile 3, yeah, I love this. I'm literally doing a collective reading. Like this is the reading for pile 0. It is that. Oh, and look, there's 3 zeros there. Oh, we'll use number cards too. Oh, fun. Oh, there's such a lightness to this energy. I want to say, like, I dig it. I feel like I've said that once before in a reading. I dig this. Digging with a shovel. Yeah, these are the 3 readings, but the collective is just all 3 put together. I don't know if I said that after I was trying to, or during trying to. I know I said it after trying to, but I didn't know if I said it during trying to. And usually there I'd be like, and that's kind of irrelevant or something like that. But in this case, it's like, no, there are specifics that are very relevant here. Okay, so I went ooh at one point because I got the runes for pile 1 and 3 and skipped the middle, which feels like child. Mother, father, child. Child can be creation, of course. It doesn't have to be a living, breathing, miniature creature of your species. But it could be. And we have manas, which is partnership. Yeah, there's like a combined energy from pile 2, and pile 3 is the father, and pile 1 is the mother. I love that. Simple. Is it simple though? Yes, it is simple. But is it really? I don't know. No, I don't know. But I do. But I don't. I think that's pile 1, particularly. Hey, look, they just wanted to be pile 1. It's not actually that they're frozen. Issa is like frozen stillness, stagnancy. But they're the moon. Things are always changing. They may be going through. But all of you here are including here. Yeah, so all of you in the collective are the mother, the father, and the child all at once. Woohoo! Strokes beard. 666. Other things coming to brain. Coming to brain. Come forth, brain. Flop. I forgot what I was saying or thinking. I don't think I was saying it. I was just thinking it. I was half thinking it. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's not about stagnancy for pile 1. It could be, but I'm saying right now it's not. It's just that they want it to be called pile 1. So the number 1 feels very specific for pile 1, even though they didn't get any 1s in their number card. I had any 1s. So yeah, pile 1. So part of you, the feminine part of you. I'm just gonna say the pile 1 part of you. The pile 1 part of you feels like there's some sense of stagnancy, or like liftoff hasn't really happened. Like, you're in the part of the cycle that is slower, or that is less visible, is what it's giving more. Oh, it could also be how you're being perceived by others, or what you're giving, like providing an energy of steadfastness, of security, like an unwavering motherly energy. Oh, I love that. Yeah, because I was getting from this Issa, it's like, it's not in a bad way, it's a very altered perspective of the rune Issa, which I usually am like, ugh, Issa. Yeah, okay. So there could be something also about a part of you, pile 1 part of you, that feels like ordinarily you wouldn't like something. Ordinarily it's an ugh, but actually this time, or at this point, or that's like, you know what it is? It's like finding that you're far more... It's a feeling of like, you're finding that you're far more loving than you previously saw yourself to be. Or you're far more secure. Like, it's a feminine energy, but it feels very fixed. It's like, yes, it's mutable, but there's a strength of like always being there feeling to it. It's like always being in the flow, always listening. And I'm also thinking just of ice and that being like frozen water, which feels like a sense of like the higher octave of water, an understanding of your own emotions or the emotions of others that is heightened, but also like unwavering. There's a strength to like the pristineness, and maybe not getting wrapped up in others' emotions because it's frozen. It's like being able to understand the water, the emotion, without getting like sucked and drained by it. There's a strong sense of clarity, but to do with that of a moving or emotional energy. 6666 also makes me think of, yeah, more of that energy of that which you feel like ordinarily is like an ugh, or ordinarily is not so like invited, actually feels so inviting. And also I'm just thinking of a very, very grounding energy. I'm just thinking, I think the only reason I did 4 6s was just so that numerologically it would go back to 4. I mean, go back to 6. Because like if it was 2 6s, it would go to 12, and then that's just 3. Oh, there's a sparrow so close outside. I haven't seen a bird this close for a very, very long time. Whoa. I guess I'll use my bird deck. I feel like I haven't used that for a little bit. A drobbling bit. Okay, let's go to pile 2 now. Oh, but it was such a feeling of the ice, of like observing and loving so much, but not getting like super wrapped up in that. It's like a recognition of your own part. Being able to hold so much and not be like a part of that somehow. Like, you're not, your own sense of security isn't in that of that which you're nurturing or that which you're surrounded by, which gives you such like a blanketing I'm here feeling. Yeah, okay. Then pile 2's number. Actually, I think I have to do the father first, so let's go to pile 3 first. Well, second. 30. Interesting, because I'd given the example of, for example, 6 plus 6 equals 12, 1 add 2 equals 3. And we have 3 here. I'm just noting that because I could have done like 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18 equals 9, but I didn't. So there's definitely like a shared knowing that either those involved here, like a mother and a father energy, or just the motherly and fatherly aspects of yourself feel very interwoven. The like intuitive pile 1 part feels like they already foresee the next steps, which would be the masculines like undertaking what is being dealt with. It feels like the what of the situation. It feels like pile 1 is like the undercurrent of care and feeling like you can really, really relax, or that you're providing that, and then that's where the work can take off. That's when you're feeling the ability to really like knuckle down and create something, or knuckle down and like get things done, is what it feels like. Maybe a bit of like, it feels like delving into that which you're not commonly used to, but feels like it's second nature still. It's a fresh new energy, and that comes with creativity, but there's like a feeling one with this, feeling like the creation so applies or fits, or there's an unbothered energy. I'm wanting to say it's like, yeah, maybe partly because of that feminine part of you or aspect to the situation from pile 1 coming through strongly, but I'm thinking it's more to do with like a capable energy of actually feeling like, oh, I'm made for this, or oh, this really fits me, or something that feels like your own ability to have a grasp on something feels like you like have an extra grasp on it because of your awareness that you have a grasp on it. There's such a sturdiness. So, but it doesn't feel too sturdy because it feels like it's more seeking. It feels like it's more creating or gathering. Yeah, gathering feels very important here because there's so much like fluidity and of like it doesn't quite feel like an adventure. It feels like maybe a little curiosity or a lot curiosity, but I'm hesitant to say that word because it feels deeper than that. In my head I just said, what's more deep than curiosity? Oh, that feels like the perfect energy to center that on, but to finish that on, even though it feels like there's so much more to get with that. Interesting. Okay. And then pile 2's number. Yeah, there's such intrigue there. It's like I got a bit stopped before I really got into it. But not in an unsatisfying way, in like a yes, exactly, that is what this is for, or that makes me even more like sure that this is something I'm made for, or like, or really enjoy, feel wrapped up in, and want to continue to explore. It's like a feeling of like, because it stopped a bit early, or because I don't get to fully immerse myself in this, I feel like I can see it more objectively, which just shows what it is, and I see even more so like, yes, I really love this. Okay. I can't get off the energy of gathering. Okay. Pile 2. Yeah, and perthro. All stuff like everywhere. Gathering it all. It's giving the energy of packing. I love the energy of packing. Yeah, there's like a bringing something into a cohesive state. Yeah, that with creativity too. Like drawing from so many different scattered energies and building them into one thing. Or of more of a thing or things. Change the multiple to singular or singular to multiple as it applies. Okay. Okay, I can't get off this energy though. It's like a sense of feeling like you don't know fully what you're doing, but also really feeling like you're in alignment with something. Okay. Oh. The child, the pile 2 got 2 cards. Back of the deck is 7. There's such a clean, summery energy to this. I don't want to call it summery. I don't know about summery. 29 and 27. Hide them. Hide them both. Oh! Not just put one behind the other, but actually keep them side by side, but just under. Why? Hide them both. You can just about see them. Not all of them, but you can tell that they're both there. That's all that needs to be said about that? Okay. I thought that pile 2 seems like it would have like the most to say about it. Okay, that's where we're going. Keeping it at that. I'm gonna drink some water. I mean, tea, which includes water. Like it includes this, but it's not everything, or it's not all of it. I wonder how the actual readings will be now. We've laid the groundwork for them. I wonder if they'll be like that was a circle, and then now it will be like on like a really weird, like not the center of the circle, but just like a weird one single part of that circle, of that like whole energy. Or if I just like scrap all these and just end up like using a new pile selection. Good old tea. Okay, welcome in pile selection. So pile number 1 has this moon card, the Isa rune and number 6666. Pile 2 has this connecting eyes and fluid being woven with the Manaz rune and 2 hidden number cards. And then pile 3 has this card, which I just saw the color dark green, but usually, yeah, and now purple. Usually I see this as another color, which I feel like not saying here. Okay, and there's so much color I'm seeing, because I'm seeing this, the 30 card they got with the color orange and yellow, and then the Perthra rune. Okay, see you at your readings. I'm wanting to know multiple or singular. Oh, hello! Okay, I can put the runes away. And the numbers? Yeah. That's surprising. And weird. Ho ho ho, let's use my fun new cards. I want tea already. Drink. Welcome in. Pile number 1. Something about sooner than expected. Oh, look at this little bear hibernating. Sweetie pie. Whoa, these aren't coming together. Okay, so two of the cards that like stayed out were this black bear hibernating and this whale shark, which gives very motherly energy. Does and then I just read does not. Okay, maybe does, and then necessarily does not necessarily mean mother, like that that label, that term, but ooh, there's an intrigue to this. Okay, let's get more cards or papers. Okay, this is a backfly larvae, not lava. I want that on the right first. Let's put it in the top corner, but not quite in the corner. I just saw an aquamarine crystal, so that could be significant. I feel like it's the wrong degrees. And I noted how I wasn't like secure on which way up to place this card. Maybe something moving around. Finding the right position. Finding the most comfortable position. But there's more to it than just comfort, but it's like the way to finding something or the way something is moving is through comfort, but there's so much more symbolism to it than simple comfort. It's like, why is that comfort for that particularly? Or for you particularly? Why the comfort? Actually, I think I want to keep getting more of these cards. You may be feeling a stagnancy or waiting, which is interesting because I was told that that wasn't coming from an Isa rune that we had for you, but that is what that rune symbolized, and yet I was being told to put that away before beginning your reading. Okay, we have rock hyrax and a polar bear. I feel like it's significant that I'm wanting to place these in all four corners for you. It feels like such a security, such a steadiness. Back of the deck is lava fire. What is this? Basaltic lava flow Iceland. But it made me think of sea salt. But actually not sea salt. It made me think of like, there's a particular salt, like Epsom salts, or there's another salt. It makes me think of healing, like a nourishing bath. Or dive. I feel like none of that really fully clicked for some of you. So it's an energy of, on a scale of how much all of that applied. And yet there's like a contentment with just listening feeling from those of you that wasn't like sounding like your situations or things weren't clicking into place. So I feel like there's such a surrendered energy here of acceptance, of like a natural unfoldment. What is most obvious or most common isn't true here. Okay, we have gnomes. I think that your whole reading is going to be me kind of giving like random pockets of information that doesn't feel like I have a full picture. So you may not feel like you have a full picture of something. The moon energy can talk about that, which this looks like to me. But there's a togetherness and feeling like you're not alone, or feeling like you're really being supported during this whole process, or during wherever you're at. It's like despite the mystery, despite the unknown, you feel very grounded. You feel like you're in your place or your position, or things are like changing and moving as they should be. There's a lot of like healing and health, and it's like not from a state of stress, but from a state of, oh, of course, like of course this this is flowing. I feel like I was cut off then, or not cut off, but it's like I was grasping at something, but this energy isn't that of being able to grasp. It's too elusive for that. It's like even if there are like particulars in this situation, it doesn't feel like it's asking too much of you. It feels very allowing. Conifer. There's such like a comfort and peace, but also like a maybe a small sense of anticipation, like seeing what is to come, but not really living through that, living really in the present, feeling very grounded. It's a feeling of feeling so in balance. I like that word balance a lot for you here. I'm going to use my deities deck. I just wondered in my head, am I going to get the Fenrir card again? Because it's been popping up a lot. But it felt like I knew I wasn't. Yeah, that's that sense of like really being able to see that there's like a lightness to where you're heading. And it's not even like, but I'm in the dark now and I'm balancing that. It's just, it's a feeling of just because I'm not where I know I'm going doesn't mean that I feel out of place. You feel very trusting. I think that's a good word here. It doesn't like completely click into place though, because I think nothing will completely click into place because there's such like a process to this. It's not about the end result. It's about like already feeling this fullness of connection, this fullness of being. Okay, we have 2 cards. Back of the deck is Fenrir, but it didn't come out. Yeah, which gives more of that just knowing feeling. I'm noting these came upside down, but it's giving that energy of the first card that I got out, which I put right, which is like there is a focus on the future somehow here strongly. And I also like that the card that is more on like the left past side is like looking to the left too. It's like the future is where it should be and the past is where it should be too. It's like the word balance isn't how I'd usually, or what I'd usually like for this energy, but I really do like it here. Okay, so we have Isis and Psyche. Psyche is making me, and Isis, both of these make me think strongly of like a long journey, a journey of gathering, a journey which is what creates who they are. It's like they aren't the end process, they are, and the love is for like what made them them. There's such an adoration of this part of the journey, of this process, the entirety of this unfolding. There's a feeling of, yes, this is what I wanted. And it's not even like, this is the thing that I wanted. It's just like this feeling, this flowing is what I wanted. Ah, I love this for you, Power One. Let's use this deck. Which I'm surprised, because this feels like a harsher deck for me, and this doesn't feel like that. And yet Psyche and Isis also go through lots of like trials and tribulations. I don't even know what the word tribulations means, actually. I'm only now realizing that. It's like I have an idea, but yeah, that's more of this. It's like I don't know exactly, but I have the idea, and that idea is what feels so nourishing and full and heartfelt. I'm not getting like super strong heart feelings, because it's more of an aura. It's like a whole bubble of like light blue, or I don't want to give it a color really. It just feels like, for those of you who this is on about a pregnancy for, It's like, then it would be more like the womb, the lower than the heart. But the image I'm seeing is more like it's your entire body, it's your entire... I don't want to condense it to that either though, because this could also be more like that your entire lifetime, this like segment of this cycle, or however, this feels like a pocket of something. And you can even be viewing this as like the entirety of all that is too. It feels like it's so grand, but also so watery. But it's like a cross between like a really warm, soothing water, but also really cold and like refreshing or clear. It's a feeling of like when like blocks or darkness comes up, it gets naturally washed away in the right timing too. This is such a beloved process. I think you're just finding a lot of love for yourself too. Yeah, spirit guide me. Such flow, such trust, such connection. Resonance, we're the same. Yeah, it's seeing the connection, the closeness, the sameness, the ability to comprehend because of the resonance, because of the sameness in that which is also being able to be perceived as different. Like connection being between multiple things. There's a love of that distance because that creates a thing to love. It's like to not be in source oneness consciousness completely is to experience source oneness, but from an individual perspective of that. It's so much a feeling of like I don't want to condense it. I really don't want to condense it. It's just so much love and gratitude. Like this is what life is. This is what life is for. This is a feeling of like, this is what I struggled for, and it's not, again, it's not even like this block, this thing. It's like this flow, this feeling like yourself, even if it's, again, just like a part of the self or part of the process, the journey, like just one aspect of yourself. It's like you really do just feel like yourself still, or like you're just grateful for what is here, or what is passing through. I feel like the more words I put to this, like the more it kind of slowly goes off center of what this really is. Oh! That would be my... That's a good place to end, actually, maybe. Do I end this reading? Okay, for those of you who feel like leaving, bye-bye, that was your reading. And now I shall upload my just edited, put together video from the previous video. And then we'll come back and see if there's more for this or not. What was I going to say? Yeah, or pile 2. Cool, now that's uploading. This is like just coming back to this energy after even just a small break just feels so blissful. I don't want to say blissful, that's a bit too like ecstatic. This is more fluid than that. More bubble like. This is like the least spiky energy. It just feels so, but it's not the least spiky energy for sure, because I can feel lots of like vibrancy here. It's just like never before, something like that. Like, do we liking this? Do we liking this? Let's try and fill in these spots. That's 4 cards. Conifer wanted to come out again. Back of the deck is Cherry Laurel. Wham. Conifer. Zeta. What I didn't say about the conifer tree I forgot was such like a long lastingness, but now I'm thinking of a conifer tree that I met the day before yesterday, I think, and it was so synchronistic and so loving, and I had been like it was like I had been called there. I hadn't walked in a particular direction this far before, even though I've lived here for a while, and I thought I was going to do a circular and like a really long one to get back, but then I ended up seeing a graveyard on the way, and then I was like, I'll go in the graveyard, I'll have a look around. And then there was just like a conifer tree in the end, and I was like, oh my goodness, and I went and said hello, and I love that soul, and she was experiencing a soul transfer, a death of sorts, and just, oh my goodness, the heart connection there was so strong. And I was like, oh, okay, this is why I had come. And she thanked me, and I was like, oh my goodness, this amount of love is a bit too much. That is so to do with this reading. This amount of love is too much. It like makes me want to cry. There's just so much gratitude here. I'm just still in like replaying, like hugging that tree. There was another tree of the same kind in that graveyard too, but he was like he was not soul swapping. He was content with himself, but even he felt like, oh, I love that soul too. Some trees are just like a whole other experience. And you can swap that word out, tree, for applying in your situation here. Or maybe not swap it out, maybe this is to do with a tree for some of you. Or a treat. A treat. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to say. Conifer, it made me think of, did I even say it? I think maybe I even said it. Like a long-lasting energy of that like constant warmth. Also, it's just giving strong like transforming vibes. Especially beside Isis. But not so much like condensed, more maybe a bit gradual. Take that as it resonates. For some of you, it doesn't feel gradual. Zeta energy feels like it fits here. What I'm wanting to say is I haven't been, and like right now in my life, I think if I went back into my own energy of the present, I wouldn't feel very connected to Zeta energy, but I've been very connected to Zeta energy in the past, but now it's like this energy here that I'm tapped into feels so in line with Zeta energy, and just my own future energy feels very tapped into Zeta energy, but I'm not there in my personal life yet. That could really all apply here for you. It's like feeling a love that you hadn't felt for a long time. Maybe like feeling, it's like this energy here. It's like you had felt something similar in the past. Maybe some of you even relate this to past lives. And it's back. It's a feeling of like having maybe lost some hope, or lost, it's not even, maybe for some of you it is lost hope, but more of what I'm getting is like it had kind of gone out of your mind, or maybe like slightly there. And maybe not like a full belief that it would really feel so true again, like this type of love or this type of feeling experience would feel this way. It's like you always knew you would, but more like the back of your mind, or there wasn't like a full belief, like in the body, you didn't fully believe it energy. Maybe for some of you it's like, no, I completely did not. Like for my full consciousness was like, no, not happening again. Or like, I don't believe love like this exists. I haven't comprehended of this kind of energy. So take it on the scale that it applies for you. Then Auriga makes me think of, and beside Polar Bear, there's just such a strong energy in this pile of leaving the past in the past, and the future being really in the future too, like such a fluid connection of like strong death and regeneration. But I don't know how to explain it in a way that it's unique to this particular reading. Crack or snap. Okay, I'm feeling called this character deck. There's a character called Cracker Snackle, which I just thought of. But her other name is Matchy. I wonder if that's significant. Okay, the Auriga just feels like that movement forwards. The more of the like future is moving forwards. The future isn't going into the past. It's very much like making progress. I'm seeing the polar bear really being mirrored in the water. And I love this guy. It's like poking down, viewing, like someone checking in, or it's really reminding me of Spirit Guide Me of really not feeling alone. Feeling such a like dopey dopey do, hello. I don't know how to explain that. Okay, that's what we'll say for now. Ichamlo, okay. There's a strong intuition here. Maybe something being like sidelined, or no, it's not quite that. There's something specific with this. I think I'll get a very specific message that I don't know yet. Maybe that's also a part of this. Maybe I'll get a very specific message that I don't yet know. Ichamlo. This feels like such a finding yourself through this. Something so personal to you. it's such like a natural way of reinventing who you see yourself to be, and maybe your perception of the world accordingly, or how you walk in the world, like your role, what you do. But it feels so internal, even if it does reflect externally. Yeah, it's such a self-discovery process. It's just kind of like, I wouldn't expect that fully, or it's beautiful. Okay. But it's a feeling of like, not without its struggles, not without those darknesses, but it's again when they pop up, or wherever in the puzzle piece of you they fit, there's just a fluidity to your experience and relation to them, that it doesn't really have like an attachment. At least like not what similar energies would have once had with you or on you. There's something so specific about this character, but I'm not sure what it is yet. I don't know much about her. She's a mother. You know what? I have my laptop open. Let me see what descriptive words I have. I don't think it will be much though. Oh, she's like a co-founder, or maybe the primary founder of like a charity organization type thing. Okay, this might take a few moments. Yeah, she has barely anything in her character description for me. Mother founded an organization that helps distribute essentials to planets without access to stuff that lots of beings need, for example, food, water, warmth. They make sure they're not disrupting that planet's natural environment by providing such things first. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Right? By providing such things first. Oh, okay. I think that second part meant basically attuning to needs very specifically, and like while there is like a mass energy of care, I had the word potential, there's also like a degree of strategy, or like objectivity, that or just intelligence, I guess. Or like caretaking to make sure that the needs being provided, or the not needs being provided, the what's the opposite of that? The lack of needs being provided, the meeting the needs, providing that which is being provided, being very suited and made sure that it's in alignment with whatever is being provided for. It's a very tailored energy. I feel like I didn't get at the message though. Maybe it is strongly again to do with this like not fully knowing. It's a feeling of like, I can see this being something very, very big, or like a character who becomes far more foundational, or I get to know her so much more, but I'm not there yet. But I quite like that. I feel it's like a little anxiety, maybe slight sense of feeling like I need to rush to get to know her, but also there's such a full feeling of surrendered patience, surrendered, oh, I can see the her that I know in the future, and like I as much as I'm like, I can't wait to experience that her, I also can wait. So there is like a sense of like maybe being pulled to the future, and that feeling like a heart, like pulling on your heartstrings feeling. But having a gratitude for that. There might be also like a fear of losing. That maybe one of those like dark blobs that come up for you, that you like allow to move yourself through. This is such a surrendered feeling. I think you feel very proud of yourself. Or very very grateful and content with yourself. And such a feeling of like, look what I've done. Or look who I've become. Like, look at this is amazing. Okay, my tea is finished. For now, at least. Oh, I dribbled. Well, the tea, the cup dribbled. Zeta actually just feels like baby. There's such a potent energy here. Like, by potent, I mean like I can feel it so strongly. And it is such a feeling of like, this feels really good. I really like this energy, but it's quite a lot. Like, it might feel a bit like a shock to the system. It takes like breathing in deeply and really allowing your senses to readjust. Maybe cyclically. Or maybe just that's what you're experiencing now. Hawthorne just feels like that. Chamlo, the big like company energy, the energy of providing. Yeah, the providing energy. I heard creating a name for yourself, so allow that to resonate as it does. I love fitting that in the form of like those of you who are pregnant, and it's like, oh, who do you want your child to refer to you as? Maybe those words apply for everyone here too, like, who do you want your children to refer to you as? And maybe that's more metaphorical or energetic, like, how do you want to be felt? What is your position? Who are you? Some of you could relate that strongly to, like, when people experience you as a spirit guide, what does that feel like for them? Like, who is that you? And if that spirit guide doesn't apply, then maybe just guide or brother or friend or lover, so on and so forth. Yeah, there's such an energy of who are you? Okay, that's where I'm gonna end your leaving part 1. I adore that energy. Okay, see you in another if I do. Bye bye. It's such an energy that I want to be like, ugh, I could literally soak in that forever. But also like ouch, it's also like a bit too much still. Like, it's quite overwhelming but I wouldn't really call it overwhelming because it's like just before that point. So it's like it's a lot, it's very full, but it's almost like a point of no relief, like, because it's not just before the like birthing, for example, but it's like there's so much energy here, but it's like you're really needing to breathe into it because of the way the process is unfolding. Feels like because of the expanded nature of this. Because it's like you're not being asked to jump out of this, you're being asked to settle into this. Like expanding your own self to hold this much. I love that. I was saying that through energetic examples I was being shown. But then I was realizing, oh yeah, that fits for a pregnant human woman that I would be able to see too. Like the belly expanding to fit the fullness that is the child growing. Okay, love that. Yeah, it really is. Like, I can't fully say that I'd want to be in that forever. There is like a discomfort. There's a strong discomfort, but it also feels good. Yeah. I want to know what time we're on. 56 minutes. Okay. Curious. Okay, pile 2. Welcome in, pile 2. I feel like I need to speak a different language for you. Let's do let's do these color cards first. I think there's something here with a mind of its own, bursting with energy, or it like has something of like a Uranian hard to understand vibe. It's not hard to understand, it's just really like mind warping. Yeah, that word warp feels significant here. Go for it. That feels significant. Go for it, don't look back, and don't ask for permission. I just felt some people's energies like, what? That does not... like, I do not know how to apply that to my situation. I think I can't do a layout that would be more normal here. There's something about choice which is being highlighted for you, but it feels weird. Like, I don't know that I would really call it choice. Okay, we'll do that, then this. I don't think I'm gonna like this layout. I think there's something that's more unfavorable, uncomfortable. It's more than uncomfortable, it's stronger of an experience than that word I think depicts. Okay, now let's get one of these cards, or a few maybe. We have resonance, we're the same. Spirit guide me. No, on the left, on the left, on the left. Okay. Yeah, there's something really bugging you. Pain. Okay, now do on the right. No. Yeah, there's a decisiveness to this pile. I like it. You feel like you know what you want, you know what you don't like, and it's like because of that, there's a frustration. I heard the word penalized. It's a feeling of like, you may feel like because of who you are, you're being penalized for it, like because you know what you want. There's a feeling of you feeling like because of who you are, because of like a strength, something you perceive as a strength within yourself, that is causing difficulty in some way. I'm just now remembering how the 2 number cards at the past election were hidden for you. I'm thinking there could be lots of others involved in this with Kestrel. I think maybe clairaudience could be strong for you. If not, there is a strong message of your energy is very strong. Like, it's very apparent. And I think you're like, yeah, no, dude, that's what this situation is about. Like, that's why I'm in the mess I'm in. Because people don't like that. People don't like your strength. People don't like that you don't hesitate or that you know what you want. There's a feeling of like, why should I have to suffer because I'm not suffering? Or why should I have to take a hit because other people's egos are being triggered by my sense of security? Okay, not that deck. Okay, I heard yes, this deck, all the cards. There's like a sense of like, I'm very grateful for you because of your firm boundaries, because you're telling me what, like in this reading, your energy, it's telling me what to do. And it feels like because of that, I can just like be at your command. Like, I can just listen to you. I don't have to be moving energy directly. You are in control here. And for some of you, I think not for the majority, but for some of you, this is talking about someone else, possibly someone in your care, and they feel, I think everyone here, there's a sense of others feeling, oh yeah, but for those of you that this is not, okay, yeah, some of you might have to hear this like this is your child, or this is someone in your care. That's what they're feeling, like a gratitude. So, but I'm going to keep talking as if this is for you. So just switch that perspective if that applies. So I feel like there are some who, like, you're polarizing basically. Some people feel so relieved and comforted by your strength of character, by your boundaries, by you not caring for certain things. It's like, because you don't care about this, this, and this, there's a like Saturnic energy to you. Because you don't like engage with certain concepts or constructs or like rules or things that you don't deem as necessary, like because of your value system, because of the way you work, others get to like fall in line, get to follow, get to feel like you provide them with a sense of like knowing where they are, or feeling like they know their worth, is what I heard. But others are really triggered by this. It's like, that's outside the box. Yeah, that Uranus energy from the start. It's like some are invigorated and comforted by your strength, and others are really triggered and either like push you further outside or try and pull you back into being boxed. Okay, so the cards that came out were Flower Realm. Okay. Feeling just like putting them all scattered like this, yeah. Flower Realm, Willow Tree, Angels, Vega, Ash, Home, Fairies, Sycamore, Orion, Cetus, Circle, and Lyra. I'm seeing more situations now. This is kind of difficult to navigate. Maybe that's what you're experiencing too. Like things keep popping up and it's kind of hard to keep on top of it, because the next situation I was seeing then feels irrelevant. It was mainly for that message, I think, but it was that for some of you this is an energy of someone you're dealing with, someone. Oh yeah, this feels for everyone actually. Like there's a sense of someone around you or others around you being very stuck in their ways or very adamant on certain things, maybe adamant that you are a certain way that you don't feel that you are. And it's a feeling of like, just because of ... I'm being treated like this. Okay. Okay, we have Rhea and Set. Okay, those energies fit here. For some of you, this could have strongly to do with those that you're connected to, like partnerships. Possibly ones that don't feel either to others on sturdy ground or are really on rocky grounds for you. There's so many situations to this. I think that's for everyone. Like, there's a lot going on and it's hard to... Like, hard to what? Feel like you can trust here? I want another character card. I'm wrong. I'll use this deck. There may be a sense of finding the way step by step. Like trying something and that not working, but then trying something else and that working. So Rhea and Set. Rhea is such a motherly, grandmotherly energy. And Set is like a very opposing energy, very destructive, but I'm actually not taking Set to be in that way in this case. I'm taking it more to be like, the truth is something very like strong. It's like because of Set's own strength, own value system, it's so easy to project onto him. It's so easy to like there's a villainization feeling going on here when the truth feels so much more nurturing, or so much like it feels kind of stupid that there is going on what is going on. But I also feel like I don't want to speak too soon. But that might be what's going on around you, like people are speaking too soon. There's like a call to relax your own energy into your own self. Because it just feels like a bombardment of other people like trying to get at your energy in some way. Or trying to get like a reaction. We've got coniferous forest in Finland. But it's covered in snow. I had no way to go. Then we have Komodo dragon. Yet there's something about your strength and I think maybe your intelligence or your awareness that really bugs people. There's a feeling of like nothing can really get past you, that energy. Okay, is that in? Yeah, good enough. It's a bit of a scattered layout, which feels like it applies for this energy, which feels quite jiggy-jaggy. Jiggy-jaggy. It's because it's not just coming from one direction. There's like loads of different energies coming from different places, interacting with you differently. So I heard the phrase like, can I catch a break? But I also got a feeling of like, it's not fully that. It's also a feeling of like feeling quite grounded or content, and yet just all of this is also going on. I just keep hearing lots of opinions, and there's a strong sense of like yes or no to everything I'm saying, which is again a feeling of like polarizing. There's such an intensity here. And yet, it's like I'm seeing that being represented by the Komodo dragon now. Like this strength, let's say. But then when I really look at it, what it feels like is just so loving. So, like, I can sink into it. So caring or gentle or intentional. And I stare into the soul and it feels more caring than the first impression. First impression is like, ooh, but then the second is like, ah. But I don't even want to say I think that's what people experience with you, because I think there's a whole bag of what people experience with you. But I will say I think a lot of people change their perspective on you. Like, for example, if upon first hearing or meeting you, they would have one opinion, or of like a particular situation that could be here. I think that's not, I think I'm really misreading some of this. It's like, this is all very applying for some of you, but for some of you it's a very different situation, which I feel like I might just have to like kind of ask you to wait for, and then we'll get into that in a bit. It just feels like a different reading. But that could apply for all of you, like a sense of there being something you're hung up on, like a lot going on, but then there also being a focus that you have, and that just might need to like wait it out, like wait until this has died down or this has been dealt with first in order for you to then focus, because it kind of feels like things tugging at you while you're trying to do something. And you might just have to do that later. There's a feeling of your own desires being misperceived. Or like others perceiving you as like acting out, or of being like overly demanding when really that's coming from a certain place. It's like there is reason behind this, there is intention here, there is heart, there is soul, there is like me trying to get my needs met, or there's a sense of you not being dumb, you not being lifeless, you not being like reckless. It's like a feeling of people might be perceiving you as reckless or over the top, when really there's so much softer, so much more pure of an energy beneath that, of where this is all coming from for you. This was Sparrowhawk, right? No, this is Kestrel. I always forget Sparrowhawk and Kestrel. It feels like your mind, it's so active, and you have such an awareness. But I think that's been demonized in some way. Again, because you know what you want, or you have certain preferences. I think others, it's like in order to accept you, your natural you, they'd have to expand out of their preconceived notions of what like your type is, or what one of any like species or particulars within the species, or like what something to do with you is or can be, should be. Yeah, people would need to expand their minds, I think. Or open their arms wider kind of energy. Or take a step back and let you work things out yourself. I keep being so drawn into the mind for you, like the eyes. It's like your ability to point things out or see things. Maybe see particular harshness. It's like because you recognize the harshness around you, others think that that's you being harsh, when in actuality it's like simple vision, simple perception. There could be a lot of like judging at first glance. Or again, judging based off what they thought they knew of your kind. There's quite a strong energy here of like others trying to tear you down because they don't accept your worldview or some part of you or some way of you acting or being, because they don't accept that within themselves. And they don't want to feel that difference, that gap, that separation feeling. Yeah, essentially they see that you're different and they don't want you to be different. Because maybe that makes them feel like they need to be different too. It's like they, yeah, because in order to hold you, they need to open more. Okay, that's why I'm going to end that reading, pile number 2. I'm going to clear this and then we might do something for those of you that, like, none of that really applied, but you still felt like pile 2 was your reading and you sat through all of that. Or it's like you can feel the energy is applicable, but just not any of the words I was saying, or maybe just like some of the words. It's like a different situation than the one it felt like I was describing. Okay. I'm putting them all away because of that energy of clearing, which could be significant here, but I want to say ironically, so that could be significant. It actually just feels like you would get the same cards anyway, I'd just be reading them differently. I am going to get new cards though. There's something about strong opinions. I kind of feel like it's you having them and also others having them about you having them. Or preferences, if not opinions. That's kind of the same. I know it hit different though. Whee! Hit different. Yeah, it's something kind of the same, but actually it hitting different. Ah, I love these 2 cards. This one is courting... What's that called? White-bellied sea eagles. And this is a giant anteater, I believe. I've written the names on the back, but it's hard to see. Giant anteater, yes. I feel like that's it. Okay. Anteater. I just said eat dirt. What? I think that's something from an Ice Age, but they say something else after that. Or maybe not eat dirt, but eat something, something, something. Okay, well, let's put those 2 in the center. Okay, so yeah, this is the situation I was feeling. That's very different from the ones before. This is like a partnership or like closeness with a certain other, possibly courting going on. But I'm thinking, I don't know if courting, does that have to be to do with like romantic partners or not? Because I'm thinking this situation could apply to like new business partners or friendships or being closer with someone. Like this could also be like family members, being closer with a certain family member, like triggering other family members. Whatever sort of like courting connection going on. Like a deepening of one connection causing a feeling of like solitude in others, like feeling more lonely in others. Oh yeah, this could also be outside of yourself. You could be the one feeling this about others, like some sense of like people being close together causing another person to feel alone and left out. Okay, that's the situation. Now let's get, I kind of just want to do simple guidance for one and guidance for the other. Okay. I feel like I might have to look up the meanings of these. That could be significant for guidance. Looking up the meaning is all falling out. That's that one. Interesting, I don't usually do this like this. And it's that one. Those two, interesting. Okay. So we have Shelduck as the guidance for the, if you're the ones in the connection, the close-in connections, and then Raven and Puffins for the ones in the alone energy. Okay. So I'm going on to the one in the alone first, which I got a particular message of Raven being death, letting go of, because I also saw this with two cards that reflected this that popped out together below the table. So that phrase itself could be significant, like seeing where like this certain pattern is playing out in other areas of life. It feels like there could be particular friendships that you're wanting to let go of. The Raven made me think of the death, and then the Puffins to a friendship or friendships. I feel like that would be obvious, like you'd know why. I can't see a tether, like one single tether here of why that would be, but if that applies, you'll know why. Or how that creates more ease. It also could be like the death to like if this is like a 3 people involved here, but the one that feels alone doesn't like that there's 3 involved, then making it so there aren't 3 involved. I just got to like a sinister way of that, but I would always think that the happiest route would be through a loving way of that. An all-inclusive. Oh, why am I getting tripped up on that? I think I'm gonna use my yes and no deck for this one. No. Sunny face. Oh, interesting. Sunny face. Sunny side up. Okay, that just feels like more of the same thing. Like, no, like letting go of certain others to bring happiness, to bring sunniness, sunny smiles. Yeah, okay. Then let's use the yes or no deck for this side. For those of you in the closening connections part. Ooh, we got 3. The first one that popped out was no, slightly in reverse, but sad face. And blank face, which makes me think of letting go of the, like, no to the perceptions of others, like the blank face making it more so that others are less seen, or that's less of a concern. Then no full stop, and then neither. Okay, can I interpret that? Yeah, not both. This feels like a not sticking your neck out for those that like can handle themselves. Focusing on your own. I know it's not even like a focus on your own pleasure, because there's a feeling of more like actively asserting yourself. But this also could be a strong sense of, with neither, it's like not taking sides or not like focusing your energy outside of yourself too strongly and just remaining in either a neutral or a central to yourself position. I think the word just no could be quite simply confirming for them. I'm going to read Shelduck. But the energy I'm getting is it's more simple for those that it's to do with the closeness. And then there's more of like a particular direct action wanting to be taken to create more ease for the sadder, the more alone, not sadder. Yeah, it's like this one that's alone, it feels like there's more of a light. Like it feels more positive because there is a direction to like releasing burdens. But I'm curious, I feel like I need to say more on for the together ones. And so we read Shelduck. Okay, spiritually, the Shelduck symbolizes lifelong partnership, cooperative parenting, and grounded emotional flow. Acting as a guardian of community and balance, its presence encourages you to build deep loyalty in relationships, share communal responsibilities, and protect the vulnerable around you. Okay, that just feels like a very, very simple to the point message. I'm not gonna read more on that. Like togetherness and being solid in that togetherness and not like not worrying about the ripple effects of that on others. But it's not a not worrying, it's not like turning a blind eye to it. It's a feeling of opening your heart to being able to hold like all perspectives or all, like it's not taking the responsibility of all, but it's like having the authenticity and the maturity to see it. That feels important. Because it's a feeling of maybe them feeling, or these ones feeling like they have to like prove something or direct energies, but really, or like share more than they want to be sharing. And it's okay to set clear boundaries. It's okay to not take on. It's like it's okay to want what you want, or it's okay to choose what you're choosing. Yeah, okay. I feel like both in the situation, or all in the situation, they know what to do. It just might take a bit of like leaning into it, or it's like it feels like it expands yourself. It provides growth. It allows you to really choose yourself more, choose something that feels maybe somewhat difficult, but like it's a growing difficult. It's like growing pains. Feels like you're choosing yourself. Even if that is like through choosing others or choosing not others, it's such a strong feeling of, yeah, because me. Okay, gonna leave you reading that, pile number 2.5. See you in another if I do. Pile 3. Welcome in pile 3. I want to put your card upside down, which isn't really upside down, but it's different to how I had placed it earlier. Let's get some of these cards, and then I think I want a lot of animal cards for you. Maybe a few more or one more. So we have Yew Tree and Sirius A. There's like an extremity to this. Maybe quite like a galactic or dreamy feeling too. Back of the deck was Pleiades. That could be significant for some of you. Backwards thinking is what I heard. It feels like moving in reverse. Backing up. And I feel like I would have thought maybe like backing up to then go full pelt forwards, but it's not. It's like backing up to then fall off the cliff backwards and be brought into a new realm. Monkey eating eagle. Oh yeah, I felt like I wasn't gonna cut this one, but then it was called a monkey eating eagle, so I was like, okay, I have to do that. What about that though? Okay, that felt significant of a question. What about that though? And I just only now realised that I put reptilians in reverse. It's like a sense of you finding power in somewhere that you hadn't looked before, or hadn't discovered, or hadn't been available before. It's like realising something is yours that you didn't either have before, or didn't realise was yours, or again didn't realise was available. Woo! Okay, we have Darkling beetle. Ooh, beating could be significant. Darkling beetle collecting moisture. Okay, we have Iguazu Falls. I feel like I should be pronouncing that like Igazu or something. Back of the deck is lots of flowers. Oh, these are flowers in a desert though, which feels counterintuitive. Flowers in a desert. yeah, it really is that feeling of like finding life somewhere that you thought was lifeless. Or I'm wanting to say this is unordinary of a feeling, but it doesn't really feel too unordinary. Okay, I'm gonna reposition a bit for you, but it's more like settling into position. It's not like a reposition. It's maybe it is a bit, but it's like it's like getting into position. I also find it weird that I did this card second last. Like the upper parts come after, which makes me feel like, and it goes with the energy of the collective at the start when I was reading into Pile 3, of like a finding. You're really finding something. Something that maybe feels a little, oh, I heard a cool word. Something that sounds a bit like immature, or I don't know if it sounded like that. It's a cool word though, it's a fancy word. I just don't think I know it. That could all be significant here. Like something that feels cool and fancy, but you just don't know that you know it. It's like you're getting to know something. It's not quite getting to know something. Because getting to know is an energy of like flow, I'm gonna say, but this feels more like an on-off switch. But it's like once you're switched on, there's a whole whirlwind of things to delve into and explore. There's so much about altered perspective here, altered perception, and like a preparing. But it's a preparing that goes hand in hand with like really like offering yourself to the job, or offering yourself to a being, a relationship. This is a feeling of surrender, which allows you to more deeply like enhance the experience, or find the experience, understand the experience. It's like you need to let go of some part of yourself, which is like a part that you regain afterwards, because this feels a bit like an on and off switch. Some of you might not relate it to that, so just don't take that part. But it feels very intriguing, feels very alleviating. And like it creates a sort of openness and expansion and life force that I know, it feels like this feeds you, but in like a new part of your body that you hadn't experienced, like feeling so full in before. Yes, reptilian energy. I keep like hearing reptilian energy is significant here. And I was seeing that before I even remembered, like, oh yeah, we have the reptilians card. I just don't know how yet. So that could be how you're feeling surrounding this. Like, you know something is important, because there feels like a lot of dispersed energy. Not in an untidy or scattered way, just, or maybe scattered, but not in an uncomfortable way, just in a bit like slightly disorienting, slightly like, okay, there's things to kind of keep on top of, or there are things to like take note of. That feels more like it. Feel like a gentle discovery process. I'm in a bit of a weird energy because I'm like, okay, what about this? Like, this feels like I'm laying kind of the groundwork, but haven't really got at it. That could be how you're feeling. Like, you've laid the groundwork, but like, now what? Like, is that all there is to it, or what comes next? Or it's a feeling, it's not stagnancy, it's just maybe a bit of repetition. Like, maybe you kind of feel a little bored, or like you're expecting there to be more to something than you've currently found. I'm taking my hair out, like not like pulling my hair out, but taking it out of my bubble now. What does that mean? Yeah, that's that surrender energy, the falls, the waterfall. So there could be an energy of like wanting a next step forwards, like having kind of gathered certain pieces, like I've said all I needed to say with the hair up, and now it's time for the next step, which is the hair down. Something more natural feeling, or more comfortable. I'm hesitant to say comfortable. It's like the same thing but from a different angle, or the same thing but with like a new type of breathing. Okay, I think I need more cards to really understand more of this. What's the... And I kind of said that as if it wasn't... Like if... How do I explain this? You may be feeling like, oh, I should have done this from the start, but maybe that's only a small feeling, and there's a recognition here of, oh yeah, it was supposed to take this long, or it was supposed to take this order of progression. It's like, I did get bored, yeah, but now I'm realizing that, and that's just showing me that the next step is ready. Or I don't know if the energy of boredom really fits. Maybe. It's just a bit of an energy of like, I don't quite get it, but it's not that you don't get it, it's just I think it might fit boredom, like you've done this now, when's the next part, the more difference, or it's like wanting a jump start, wanting to have something new to dive into. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm a bit confused still, because this is the energy, it's the energy of like, I'm saying I'm ready for the next part, but I also feel like I haven't fully done the first part yet. It's like I feel like I've hit a dead end, like a block. I don't know how to finish the first level, and that's making me look at all the same things I've already looked over in the first level. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. I think you were looking for a new perspective that would bring in like the second level, the new perspective of the second level, but or like looking at the second level to alleviate the first level, and that with level you might have to really adjust that. But in actuality, it's bringing a new perspective on that same first level. For some of you, this could be a relationship you've been in that has kind of plateaued into like a stagnancy, or like a not really feeling close with one another, or like there's like a lack of feeling alive together. And that could be, I was seeing lots of work examples before, so it could be any area of life. Okay, so what is the perspective change? John, it's letting go of something. Also, it's like letting go to become closer. The darkling beetle, gathering moisture under the moonlight. John. I want to read a description of John on a website, so I'll get the other card, or we'll get that after actually, I'm feeling. Okay, let's read a description. You might want to skip ahead if you don't want to wait. maybe some of you are getting like a bit sidetracked by other things that aren't really the focus point. I wonder where that came from. Where's John? It feels fine to though, that like there was such a sense of like forgetting or I don't know how to explain that. Okay, John. Birthday is the 1st of July. John is a male armadillo and a familiar of Draluk. He understands human language but is unable to speak. As only Draluk can understand him, John uses gestures and signs to communicate with others. He gained immortality after officially becoming Draluk's familiar. Okay, that felt really significant, the last part is what I'm getting the... He gained immortality after becoming Draluk's familiar. Do some of you already know what that means? Because I'm like smiling. I don't know what that means. I still don't know what that means. Is that actually just what you're experiencing or what? I'm so confused by this reading. I like it. I think that's how you're feeling, like you like something. It's definitely not a no, but like what is this? It's like if it takes too much longer in the same thing, you might start to get frustrated. I think it's like changing your perspective. You're being called to change your perspective to seeing more of the power that you have. Okay. Because basically, I feel like what you're wanting is still this, like practically, but it's like what will bring life and pleasure back to your eyes is changing the way you're viewing what is, because I think you're thinking something is less significant than it is. And that could be to do with relationships and maybe what you're thinking their perspective is. But it also could be to do and what is maybe available to explore. But it also could be your own perspective of yourself and your own sense of power. Like you feeling powerless in a situation which actually you have more control over. For example, if something is moving slowly, maybe you had felt that like stagnancy and didn't feel like you could actually be the one that makes it go faster. And that's what this yew tree change of perspective and change of pace energy could be here. Or change of approach. It's like seeing that it's seeing that you're more powerful than you saw yourself as, I think, here. Okay, let's get another. I think it's not maybe yes, powerful, but also just more treasured. Like, you're more significant. You're more understood, maybe, too. Like, you gain that sense of vitality when you realize your closeness. Either with, like, with whatever that is. Like, how good of a match you are with something, or to something, or as something. Okay. Yotsuba. Okay, it was only going to come out when I wasn't asking the particular question. It's like, ask the right question. Or don't ask a question. Maybe that doesn't apply for everyone. It's that feeling of surrender and openness. Like, it's like a feeling of a change of perspective to remembering your power and remembering your significance, but from there being able to take more of a backseat or being able to surrender to like being taken care of, or like the rest coming naturally. I'm only half getting that. I think it's like there needs to be a change of perspective to seeing. I think it's so much how valued you are. I think some of you had like seen two truths, and maybe one of them was the heart, how you felt, and or like it doesn't have to be particular to you, it could have to do with others, or another, or something else, but it's still like your perception to do with the heart, versus then the head. It's like you had two pieces of information and one was heart and one was head, and you thought that they didn't go together, so you were painting one picture that wasn't full. So the perspective shift is that of seeing the truth in like in both, in all the pieces of information that you have. You just might have to really like, for that first imagery of like reversing and falling back into the whole new reality, it's like really changing how you're perceiving things in order to feel fulfilled, feel that it's just in order to feel the truth, which then feels like, ah, yes. Like I knew that it was this, I knew this was true, but I wasn't feeling that, I wasn't like living that. There could be something strong to do with hair here. Yeah, I keep feeling like it's to do with seeing your value. I'm thinking Sirius A, maybe seeing how bright you really shine. I feel like that's specific to like a specific situation. Yeah, this is an energy of you have the power. Or you have more power here than you were once seeing. And for some of you, it's not even like, or for a lot of you, it's like that nothing actually changes with the, like, practically because of this perspective shift. If you know that doesn't have to be true or isn't true, then you don't have to take that. But I do think for the majority of you, nothing physically changes. Just your feeling is so different. There's so much love that returns, so much feeling of like, ah, yes, I knew it, I knew this was the best, or I knew ... I've just experienced a lot in my brain of like things that I could say, or it's like I was being told like, don't say that, then it's like, no, but say that. I don't know how to interpret that because I can't remember the specifics. I don't even think I don't even know if the specifics are genuine. Interesting. Not important, but genuine. So genuinity could be here. There's a feeling here of like not relying on anything other than like your own internal navigation for feeling genuinity, I think. Am I only putting together now that this was a beetle gathering moisture, and in the Pile Zero collective I was saying I think that word gathering a lot for you, Pile 3? I still feel a bit, I don't quite want to say numb, but like a little bit like nothing's going on still. Or I'm like, I like this energy. I just don't know what to say about it. I kind of want to say though, isn't that enough? This feels like being in the process of discovering, that gathering intel, or gathering supplies, gathering moisture, gathering emotion. I feel like it hit the most. Yeah, I like this feeling a lot. This is a feeling of like really slowly progressing. I'm definitely a pile where even the silences feel very pleasurable. It's a feeling of like the example I'm seeing is specific to relationships, or like people, connections, connections with like species, creatures. It's a feeling of like enjoying like when you're not talking and just like knowing them, or knowing there is a connection there, feeling that connection, feeling that silence, but also like when you hear your phone buzzing, like jumping to the phone to check or to talk, that kind of thing. It's like both, like lots of parts to this, regardless if this is a relationship, connection, friendship kind of thing or not. It's just a feeling of like enjoying this, and maybe enjoying some of the mystery of this too. I'm wanting to pose the question here of like, what do you want to do? What do you want your approach to be? As opposed to maybe trying to like seek an outcome, because this is about the gathering. There's a feeling of being very in the moment. How do you feel right now? Even though I would say this is the pile with the most like ability to prepare, or ability to plan, or like there could be a lot of goals to do with this, the feeling or the guidance coming through is more of like taking it very, very much one step at a time. What do you feel like? How do you feel like moving in each moment? There's a lot of smiling energy here. But also there is like a lull energy for everyone here, I think, too. Like I can't get over that part. But I feel a bit of like, that's fine. Like, like that will be processed or dealt with as the journey progresses. Let the stars rain. Let the ... let it. I'm going to use a couple more cards. Okay, now I'm thinking of this, is this an eagle? A monkey eating eagle? Yeah. I'm thinking of it now being like monkey being... Oh, monkey has too many things. First I was thinking of play though, and then like zapping, the fun being like zapped away, or the sense of freedom being zapped away, like eating the monkey. I think I might get a song for you in a moment too. I also want to say something along the lines of, I wasn't up for this. Like I didn't think that I was going to be ready, or I didn't think that I'd want to be doing PAL 3 at the end of PAL 2. But now I'm in it. It's so much easier than I thought it would be, or I'm settled in quite contently. Okay, we have orange guy. Oh yeah, I'm being reminded of how I was seeing lots of... Now we're getting more into this, like, there's a pain here. That lull energy. Of something not like quite clicking. Okay, there's way more darkness to this. What was that response? It wasn't but okay. So, oh yeah, I was remembering that we had colour that I was saying in the PAL selection. Back of the deck is tears. And I want to check what's below that. Blank. And below that, wondering. That feels like more of this, like, kind of scattered. But I don't want to say scattered again. It's like just gathering your stuff, like, finding the flow, or like picking up the pieces. It's not that. It's like following the trails. I just got the image of like being in a new area and like going on new walks. Finding new walks is the best. Okay, let's look up. What did I want to look up? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I wanted to get a song. Oops. Song review. What time are we on? I wonder. 2 hours 4. Okay, back into the all playlist. Dum dum dum. Okay, first there was a song that's in Japanese that doesn't have the lyrics for, and then the second one is called Life is Beautiful by, I don't know how to pronounce their name, but Niz, it's Niz, is that I-U, Nizu, celebrating Life is beautiful. Singing. Loving life. Okay, loving. Next song. Another Japanese song, can't read it. Oh, then a song called Homesick. I didn't know that I have a song called Homesick. I do have many songs in this old playlist, but still. This has lyrics that I can read. So it says, "Hey yeah, homesick. I can always tell when you're lonely, when your voice gets sweeter when you want me." Oh, I recognize these lyrics. I just don't recognize the cover. That could be important here. Like, I recognize this, but I don't recognize this. When your voice gets sweeter when you want me. It's so obvious that I want you too, homesick. Cause I got the feeling, why did I want to add a "the" there? "The." It makes something more, like, why did I want to create distance? Like, why did I want to create, like a "the," like a, yeah, distance, I'll say. Cause I got feeling worse when I'm sleeping. It's a strange place with you and I'm dreaming. In a strange place. Not it's a. In a strange place with you and I'm dreaming. Wishing I could wake up and be next to you. When the phone calls ain't enough to get through this. When you need to feel my love, you can pack up a suitcase and hop on an airplane. Whenever your sunshine turns to rain, we are feeling homesick. Yeah, I know this song. You know where my heart is. I'm only 1,000 miles away. Homesick, 1,000 miles away. Homesick. You can pack up a suitcase and hop on an airplane. Whenever your sunshine turns to rain. When you're feeling homesick, you know where my heart is. I'm only 1,000 miles away. We can find a way through the distance. Make it work. Let's speak it to existence. While we both look up into a diamond sky, so hard to keep our heart in pieces. So easy to forget the reasons. But you and me are worth it all. When the phone calls ain't enough to get through this, when you need to feel my love, you can pack up a suitcase and hop on an airplane. Whenever your sunshine turns to rain. When you're feeling homesick, you know where my heart is. I'm only 1,000 miles away. Home. I'm only 1,000 miles away. You can pack up a suitcase and hop on an airplane whenever the sunshine turns to rain. We are feeling homesick. You know where my heart is. I'm only 1,000 miles away. Home. Only 1,000 miles away. And another Japanese song. Actually, this one just doesn't have lyrics, I think. Okay. Yeah, so there's a strong sense of, like, this is like a yes, but feeling that distance. I think I'm gonna get some animal cards for you here. Spider. Spider feels like I was just getting a couple things, but then I didn't want to say either of them. What is that feeling here? It's like being restrained. Spider and flamingo. It's a feeling of, like, feeling close despite distance. Spider, weaver of worlds. Okay, how do I see this? Yeah, I just keep getting there's like a stronger sense of closeness here than what was once seen. That was that perspective shift. It's like nothing really needs to, like nothing big has to happen. There's just a feeling of already feeling one another, or already feeling close to whatever this is, feeling like something is true here. And it just being that simple. I wonder if for a lot of you, like, this isn't really reading on a lot of the situation. I also am just feeling like a lot of this is sharing the space of like the feeling. There's strong emotions here. Let's see if any number cards want to come out too. I feel like falling asleep now, but kind of into a dream, which feels like that first imagery I got of the like reversing in order to like fall back into that kind of new world, new reality. Astral projecting could be here. This feels like that spider falling into the other world. Because I think that there's a couple different situations here. And I just want to bring it back to a sense of value. So we have numbers 103, 11, and 369. Back of the deck is the blank card. I keep feeling I don't know what to say. Is that the important part? It's like, I think there may be a part of your mind that keeps going to thinking there's specifics that are like what you don't know how to handle, or don't know what to do, or those are causing pain, but there's a feeling here of expressing or moving with the truth of what you are experiencing. Like, this is just one example, and I don't know if this will just be metaphorical or literal for any number of you, but an example I got was like wanting to talk to someone but not knowing what to say, and that being the experience. So being able to express like, hey, I want to talk but I don't know what to say. Like there's a feeling here of like it's simpler than it is feeling, I think. Or it can be simple. There's like a core feeling here of it is already so, or something. It's like something that is very important to you that you were thinking wasn't such a big deal, but really feels like it is, and it is. Or I don't even want to say it that way. I want to take all of that back. I wonder if that's what you've experienced at all. For some, I'm seeing two like very different situations of like some of you have come from a big like death cycle, like a shift of some kind, and you're processing those feelings, and others of you like you're feeling more invited into a death transition period. And that even could be just you watching here. That could be both. That could be both. That could be both. There's a feeling here of like struggling to see the peace that is present. I need more cards. Well, which ones do I do? Let's get, what's the guidance? Salty. Death. Yeah, it's either like choosing death, choosing to let go of something, choosing for a death, but others of you it's like processing that death that has already happened. And really just with everyone here, it's like such a surrendering feeling. Yeah, allowing the emotions to flow, allowing a reset that either you've just come into or you're feeling called into. I feel like for a couple of you, I want to express it doesn't have to be a literal death, but it can be, or a literal letting go of something from your life. It could be for a lot of you, but it could be very metaphorical, energetic too. Seeing itself express in ways physically that maybe you wouldn't be able to denote, like point at, but maybe more like the way that like the entirety of your landscape changes from more of like your eyes look at things differently now. Yeah, there's a readjustment for sure, but it just doesn't feel massive because it feels like you're already here. Like there's already like a clear decision, or like I don't want to say those words. What I want to say for you is just there's a feeling of falling into this. And also I feel like okay to get support with this too. Like this doesn't have to feel lonely. In fact, it might have a strong sense of togetherness and really leaning into that. Yeah, leaning into the connectivity. And I think you'll know where that applies. Your connection with what? Okay, I'm gonna end your reading there, pile 3. See you in another if I do. Now I shall put the hairs that I have taken out of my hair in the bin. Oh, and it created like an infinity symbol. I feel like bamboo shoots or water chestnuts. Yeah, water chestnuts is what I feel like more. But those two just go well together. Also bean sprouts a little bit. Very watery energy. Yeah, there's more about this collecting moisture, I think. Okay, let's put these away together. And I also feel like plaiting my hair. What does that mean? feel like finding a comfortability or a pleasance within this. I do feel called to say you may have felt drawn to other piles too, though if that doesn't hit for you, then you don't need to try and make it fit. Yeah, there's such a feeling here of like not needing to try for anything, because everything feels very like it has like a defining place. Like even if it's not very defined, it's like your feelings feel very apparent to you here, I think. Even if it is quite maybe less grounded than you're used to. We have Isis. And back of the deck, Eros. Oh, I love that because I'm feeling the Eros in such a like a core feeling. I also have Eros conjunct my North Node, which I'm thinking of North Node energy here feels quite significant with that like transition energy. Eros feels like such the core for me. Like it's why we live, it's desire. It's like the acknowledgement of where we can go, which I know it's like my perception of Eros just ties in with North Node, so it's very like particular to my perspective, but that could be very much here too, like something so particular to your perspective. I'm gonna get another card if I decide this. Those tears popping out again. I love the energy of tears. This card wasn't necessarily meant to be like interpreted like crying or sadness. It's more about like the tear itself, which feels like this Eros. I don't know how to explain that. Oh, I don't understand that yet. So yeah, you might be in a process of really making sense of things. Yeah, the moisture gathering beetle, like gathering the intel. Soul walking, interesting. Back of the deck, resonance. That resonance card felt strongly like, what do you resonate with now versus what you used to resonate with? And this being that discovery process. This is a pile 3.5. I felt like saying that. Rock Hyrax, which is interesting because I barely read this in the previous pile that this came up in. Wait, actually no, that was pile one that this came up in. So something from long ago, maybe resurfacing, or maybe this is all to do with, could be pile one, or like a singular focus, like a 1-point focus for you. Soul walking makes me think of feeling so different now. And like being the same person, but in different environments or with different others or different experiences. Like the same thing, but in a different place. Or a different form. I really wanted to keep reading the tears, like the potential or the potency, the like a fertility or a, I don't know, like a very magical energy. Wow, oh, bit of prey flying so close to me outside my window. Wow. Like an opal energy. But opal's a bit too like soft. This is more pungent. A stronger feeling than that. I just said making my way around town. Oh, that's a Taylor Swift song, isn't it? We are never ever getting back together. So this could. Oh yeah, but I kept then. But then I was feeling into like, oh, actually, I think that's just a resistance to the tears. So you may be resisting fully, like letting go of something, or fully feeling the emotions you do feel. Probably, maybe avoiding crying if that's something that, if that's true. I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe that's an energy here. I don't know where I was going with that. Or I don't know where I'm going. I pulled more hairs out of my hair. I can't say out of my head. I don't know what that is. It feels significant for this. It's because they're already loose. It's like there isn't a strong sense of like plucking the hairs out. It's they were already detached, but I was just pulling them out the whole way. Which again is more of this energy of like processing. And it's like if you are taking actions of letting go of parts of your life, then it's a feeling of like you had already felt that they would detach. It's not like it was a very new, like shocking energy. It's more just like a grumbling, like it still feels like the aftermath, even if you haven't like told people the words to say and made the practical whatever this is to do with the actions. Even if that hasn't been done, it's like you're feeling that it has. And maybe some of you dreading the full experience, but take that as it resonates. And maybe also some of you resisting that, since I said like I was feeling the tears in one way, but actually kind of resisting that really it is talking about the letting go. Okay. I still haven't really read these. Rock Hyrax. I read that as both bites. Two factors may combine to make such huge dimensions. Scrambling. I felt like blowing a kiss then. That could be significant. Okay, yeah, that feels like a little bit of an energy of now, like I've overstayed my welcome. Or overstaying. So I'm gonna leave your reading there. Pile 3.5. See you in another if I do. Much love to you on this processing. I wanted to say creating journey then. So yes. Bye bye.